come to descriptive statistics, and then you choose frequencies. That is in case you want to report in terms of frequencies and percentages, like how this table is. So districts of residence, you have where the people are from, then frequencies, and then percentages. Now, some other analysis do require you to add in the confidence interval. So you can always have another section showing the confidence interval for these different percentages. So to get these statistics, so you come, as I said, come to analyze, come to descriptive, choose frequencies. Then choose the variables you want to analyze. You can, of course, choose one variable per time. So click on that variable and then press this this arrow going towards the side. Then you click there, it will take it there. Or when you click on the variable, you can double click twice. 1, 2, like twice, faster. It will also automatically transfer that given variable to the right hand side. If you want to bring them back this side, click on what you want to take back, press this arrow. Automatically, when you click on something on the right hand side, the arrow will turn back to the left, thinking you want to take it back. Then you can always click there to take it back. Click there, or you double click, it will take it back. All right. Now, if I do districts of residence, then I take it this side. You could press OK to display frequency tables. Make sure this one is ticked. But you can check some few statistics. When you click on statistics, do you want to add the quartiles, cutoff, percentiles, mean, median, mode, sum? Depending if you want to report some other additional information, you can always request accordingly in here. Standard deviation, if you want, you can report that. Variance, skewness, etc. Of course, you need to be having some theory behind. You know that if I want to report frequencies and percentages, you cannot report standard deviation because the data in this case is discrete. Districts, where somebody is coming from, those are discrete values. They are non-continuous values. Okay? They are categorical in nature. So you cannot report standard deviation. Standard deviation would be okay if you're dealing with the numerical data and you want to calculate like mean. Okay? So there are some other few statistics that you have to just think whether do you want it or not. Under charts here, you can choose whether on top of them presenting for you the values, do you want it to plot some charts for you? You can click in advanced, then charts will also be plotted at the same time. If I do not want, I want none. I do not want any charts. Under format, you can choose. Do you want to display in ascending values, descending, ascending counts, descending, depending on how you want the output to be displayed, but it doesn't matter. Bootstrap, do you want it to perform some other extended or extensive analysis for you? Do you want other more like output to be given for you? And again, this is also where you have the confidence intervals for the percentages. Now, that you need to turn it on if you want to display the confidence interval for your different percentages, the percentiles that you're going to be displayed. So make that on. Leave these values as default. Make sure the confidence interval percentile is ticked. And let it just be a simple sampling. Nothing much important beyond that. It will display for the confidence interval. So when that is done and you have chosen your variable, you can press OK. It will perform the analysis and then it displays for you some analysis in here. Now, what is most important is that in this beginning phase, there's nothing really important in here, just the bootstrap value, which is not really important. Then we have here the frequency, showing you the variable name, how many valid numbers are there, biased. Then the confidence interval is here. That is for the frequency in here, then the counts. When you come down here, it will now display for you another extended version of the table. It has the frequencies, it has the percentages in one decimal place. Then on the right hand side, you have the confidence interval for where you different percentages lie. Like this is 95.5, so this is the confidence interval. So you can now report also that on top of it. So it depends. If they all want you to report the variable, the frequencies, the percentages, and the confidence interval, that is the easiest way you would be able to get the confidence interval from that given data. So for our descriptive stat, demographic characteristics, you do the same. When you go back again to analyze descriptive statistics, frequencies, you can see that the previous variable is inside there. Now if you don't want it to appear again, you have to take it back, then choose the next variable, gender. Also the settings in here, it has been captured already. Whatever you set initially, it remains captured in there, it doesn't change. Under bootstrap, you see the confidence interval is still pre-ticked. So for this given session of starter, it masters whatever settings you have done, so you don't have to repeat it every time. That is for the females, the gender. It will perform the analysis. Then down here it will display female, male. There was 76 female, 56 male. Then these are the percentages here. Then this is the confidence interval. This other middle one is not always unimportant statistics to really report. So I don't always bother reporting that one. Only report this end and the other end. Now, something you have to note is that there is this thing called coding, 1, 2, 1, 2. I always don't like coding data. You know where they always say 1 means male, 2 means female, 1 means male, 2 means female. I've always not loved coding because it makes interpretation very complicated. But we are going to see in the analysis in front where coding will be important once we come into logistic regression analysis. And I'll show you the easiest way to do coding that you don't have to do 1, 2, 1, 2. It will be a very fast way for you to do coding, and then you will still be able to read these values as the way they are appearing. Because if you do coding, now this would be 2 for female, 1 for male. So you have to keep on remembering in your head what is 2, what is 1, what is. So I always don't prefer coding. I always prefer to work out the names as they're appearing in the original data set, so that it makes it easier and faster for you to interpret. But you can also do this demographic characteristics analysis in a single analysis. Just come to analyze, descriptive statistics, frequencies. Let's say this is empty. So you can actually be able to choose every variable in here. So you can click on one, hold the control button, and then choose the rest. Okay, choose the rest, all the variables you want to analyze, choose it, that. And then you use this arrow, take it that side. The other option is you can choose one, hold the shift button, use the down key. While holding the shift button, use the down key to be selecting what you want. And then you take it the other side. The other option is you can do Control A to choose everything. If you're sure that all the variables you want is everything there, do Control A, and then you can push it the other side. The other option is to do one by one. Choose districts, take it this other side. Gender, take it. Age category, take. Religion, take. Marital status, take. Are you living with somebody? Take. Depending on the variables you want to analyze, push it the other side, then you can press OK. It will perform that analysis for all the variables, but it will display for you. If you look at here, this sort of like the command. Frequency variables, then it has listed all the other variables you want to analyze. Then it will display for you some few statistics for that. But the most important thing is the frequency table. Districts of residence, it displays for you. Gender, it displays for you. Age category, it displays for you. All the statistics you want. Then you can come back into your write-up, then you perform the write-up. So you put it in a tabular format, like how this is put. Then you perform the write-up, you interpret it as normally. Most respondents were from Kampala, blah, 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 blah. Most 57.58% of them were females. So when I take this on the right-hand side, I can see that if I want to compare whether these statistics are correct or not. Okay, let's choose like this is religion in here. So here, religion says, from the write-up, regional write-up, using starter, it says that, okay, where is it? Participants' religious affiliations were diverse, with the Islam and Anglicans each representing 30.30 and 29. So Islams were 30.30%, Islam 30.3. So that is the percentage in there. Okay, Catholics and born-agains were 22.2 and 17.43 respectively. So Catholics were 22.73, this is 22.7. When you round it off to one decimal place, this is what SPSS is bringing. Let me choose another random variable again. So let's go back to let us choose marital status in here. Marital status here. So here, marital status, where are we? So majority of the participants, that is 50.00, were single. So we can see single people here were 50.0. All right. Next, the married people were 37.12%. Married is here, 37.1 when you round it off to one decimal place. So we are so far okay. SPSS is agreeing with this data, which was analyzed using Stata.